Alright guys, a few days ago I was discussing my video game collection and reselling in general with one of my coworkers, and he let me know that he actually had a lot of games that he was willing to give me for free. But what he doesn't know is that I'm actually gonna pay him for whatever I get. Now I don't know what I'm getting yet. He told me he just dropped off all the games at the shop we work at. So let's go ahead and get over there and see what I got. Oh. Okay, well I see why he was willing to give them to me for free. It's really nothing too crazy. It's just some kind of mediocre Xbox games, which is still cool to see nonetheless. Yeah, nothing really too crazy here. I think, what would be the most valuable game here? Oh, actually, if this is the, this is the original print of Halo 1. So that's like 15 bucks right there. That's not bad. Does that have the manual? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, I think the total estimated value for, oh actually, what are these disc games? MW3. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we're looking at like 40 bucks for the whole stack. So I think paying him 20 is pretty fair. I think I'm gonna just put this 20 in his work truck and he can buy himself a nice lunch next time he goes out. All right guys, before I head home, someone recently told me that there's actually a retro game store inside of the Inland Center Mall. It doesn't show up on Google Maps and I can't really find any info on it online. So I'm just gonna head in there and see if I can find it. You know, from the outside, it kind of looks like a death trap, but, you know, inside, it's actually not that bad. Well, looks like we found it. Well, despite those really high prices, I'm actually gonna see if I can get some trade credit with them with all these NES games I still have. I figure if they're charging a bunch of money for even low dollar games, maybe they also give pretty good trade credit. So I guess let's find out. Well, that was a failure. Well, I gotta be honest, guys, I don't think that's gonna be a store I'm gonna ever be coming back to. There's just a few problems with the store for me. Number one, those are some of the most expensive game prices I've ever seen. And it honestly wouldn't be so bad if they gave really good trade credit, but they only offered me $70 for that entire box of NES games. Now, granted, I know it's a lot of junk. I know it's a lot of stuff that's gonna sit, but I think I can still do a little better at maybe another store. And honestly, if there was some actual good quality games there that were reasonably priced, I might have taken that credit. But I mean, as you guys can see, I mean, $60 for a copy of Mag on the PS3, I mean, that is literally a game that doesn't even work. You pop that in the PS3 and it's literally not gonna work. You just spent $60 for a paperweight. They also had a lot of cartridge games that I actually thought were reasonably priced, but almost all of them were reproduction cartridges, and it didn't say that they were reproduction cartridges on their labels at all. So I don't know what's kind of going on there. I think their strategy as a business is probably just buy as low as possible and just sell as high as possible. And I suppose that does work in a brick and mortar mall setting. But for me, that's just not really gonna be useful for me. So unfortunate, it didn't work out. I guess I'll have to find some other way to get rid of these things. All right, another successful stop at my favorite thrift store. I ended up getting both of these sealed Blu-rays, Logan and The Lion King. These both do pretty well on Amazon. Got them for $3 each. And then 2 copies of Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii. These are always just great flips. Everything here is $14. Can't complain about that. All right, guys, I am here in Chino, California, and I have a lot of games that I need to trade in. So I want to see if I can get rid of almost all of these. And our first stop is going to be at Game ER. Man, guys, stores like that really give me hope, man. That was an excellent store. Great selection, friendly owner, and I was able to get some good trade credit. I was expecting to have to go to 3 different game stores to get rid of all those games, but he ended up giving me $177 in trade credit for everything. So I ended up just taking it all there and ended up getting these games. First off, got Rascal on the PS1, Raging Blast 2, Legend of Spyro, Crash to Insanity, Rough Trigger, Maximo, Lego Lord of the Rings, and Blur. Excellent selection of games for what I traded in. couldn't be happier. If you guys are in the Chino area, head to Game ER. Well, even though I have nothing to trade in, I think I'm still gonna head to these other game stores since I'm around the area and just see what their inventory is like, see if I can pick up anything. Quick little pawn shop stop before I head to the game store. Got Ark and Bendy and the Ink Machine on PS4, both of them for 20 bucks. Can't complain about that. All right, guys, this next game store on Google Maps took me to this, what looks like a residential building. Not really sure what's going on here. I'll go check the number that was on the map. Oh, this is it right here. Looks pretty inconspicuous. Everything in here is sealed.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good stuff there.
Guys, that was a very nice surprise. Hi there. Video Game Cellar is a great location. I was able to get a fantastic stack of games that should do pretty well on Amazon, all for $230. I'll put also what I expect to make after fees. Some of these are pretty slow sellers, so I'm taking a little gamble on them, but for a first-time deal with someone like that and a great store like that, I don't mind paying up a bit. Definitely hit Video Game Cellar up in Montclair. All right, guys, apparently there's a video game store inside the swap meet that's pretty close to the Video Game Cellar. We'll check it out. I usually don't like going to swap meets for games just because you're either gonna get stuff that's really overpriced or you're gonna get stuff that's just really bad condition. Hey, but you never know. We might be able to get lucky here. Nothing really too great there. I think we're gonna keep moving on. All right, guys, last thing before going home, I'm gonna check out 2 GameStops on the way home. Maybe 3. We'll see if we can get any good deals on the way home. All right, guys, not bad pickups there. Ended up getting God of War Collection and Guitar Hero Metallica. This should be an easy double up. Let's move on to the next one. Well, guys, when you're buying so many games, sometimes you can get a little lost in the sauce. Make sure to pay attention to how much gas you have. Don't sleep on GameStop. All right, guys, last thing before I finally head home, I'm gonna do a trade. Someone just hit me up that lives pretty close to me. They told me to take a look at the games they had and make a trade with them for this Wii that I've been trying to get rid of. It's kind of a crappy Wii, it's missing some stuff, but he knows that and he's willing to give me some games for it. So here's the Wii, let's go get rid of this thing. Okay, and the final deal of the day is done. I am going home now. We got SSX on Tour complete, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 complete, and Crash My Never Mutant casing game. Apparently this game does extremely well on Amazon. I'll have to look into that, but either way, that Wii was kind of worthless to me, so I don't mind getting these 3 games. Yeah, good deal.